Hello everyone, this is Mumbo and welcome back to another episode on the Hermitcraft server. It is episode 15 and today we're starting things off outside this thing right here. This tiny little water chamber in the center that was a massive pain in the backside to build is up and running, it is working, and it is producing stupid quantities of drops from the Guardians. I mean, seriously, we filled a double chest within probably about 20 minutes, maybe half an hour. So we're going to need to do some serious work on storage and everything like that in today's video. But before we do, I just want to say a massive thank you for the amount of support that I received on the past couple episodes of Hermitcraft. Obviously, I've been putting tons of time into these things. I've been working away for like full days straight trying to get these episodes out with tons of progress and everything like that. And the support for them has been bonkers. I mean, we've broken some serious records when it comes to like most number of views in an hour, most number of likes in an hour, everything like that. All of those have been broken in the past couple days, which is insane considering I've been doing this YouTube thing for like 5 years now, just over 5 years. I kind of thought that you guys would be a little bit bored of me. I mean, to be totally honest with you, I thought that I would have kind of dropped off and the support wouldn't be there anymore. My channel would have kind of died off a little bit, but we're going better than ever, which is just amazing. I couldn't be happier. I'm so glad that you guys are enjoying the content. I'm absolutely loving making it. So let's start making some progress, shall we? I could honestly stand here all day. Just as I say that, no Guardians come through. That's embarrassing. They were literally just pouring in and now they've just stopped. So project number 1 is to clear out a massive space underneath here so that we have plenty of room for storage, transportation, and most importantly, the XP grinder element of this thing, because I'm not going to leave it on auto kill. Instead, it is going to be a full-blown XP grinder because this thing is the fastest XP grinder you can make in the game, which I kind of want to get my hands on. So yeah, let's knock out a decent sized place without dying in a ghost block. I'm just out trying to find some lava for the obsidian, and by the look of things, I have got lucky. We have got... oh yeah, I had some diamonds. I thought to myself 32 diamonds from that. That's insane. But yeah, I already had about 20 diamonds on me. Still, not too bad. Now the reason I need obsidian is because these Guardians are actually going to be resting on top of enchanting tables. Now, the reason for this is this should allow me to swing my sword in the gap between the enchanting table and also the block above without the Guardians being able to see me. I think that's how that works. I'm fairly certain that's how that works. Once again, the technical stuff should probably be left to Nembom. Guys, I've made a horrible mistake. I don't know what to do. I really don't know what to do. I think I should... I'm going to run in. I'm going to close this off. I can't even close it off. I can't even close it off. I'm going to have to utilize the old running around technique. Okay. This is something that I never thought I'd be doing. Right, okay. That's that one. That's that one. Okay. Block them all in. Alright, now we can get out of here. And then I can cause all of them to despawn. Wow, what an idiot. Okay, so this seems to be functioning pretty nicely. These guys are all packed in. The only thing that I will say is that things get pretty lethal when I enter this area. Lots and lots of beams. So there's still a few things I have to add in. Cobwebs, things like fence posts and stuff like that. And then the actual killing area will be done. Oh, it happened again. It's worse this time. I'm going to be totally honest with you, this Hermitcraft episode has been the most frustrating Hermitcraft episode I've ever recorded so far. It has taken me 2 hours to produce this little thing right here, because I just didn't have any of the resources, and then I've had Guardian explosions, Creeper explosions, everything that could possibly go wrong has gone wrong, and I literally just had a Creeper explosion, a hilarious one, in that the Creeper didn't blow up anything, apart from my daylight sensor. The one thing that I don't have a replacement for, he's blown up. It's as if he like pinpointed it and marksmaned it. Anyway, we're making good progress. We've got pretty much the full killing system in. Soon this will be an XP grinder, but I want to cry. An XP crier, I think. So after all that, I'm finally there. We have got ourselves a functioning system. So as you can see, if I do a little bit of killing here, we get ourselves some pretty insane XP very fast. My word. I mean, that's completely crazy. Obviously, I'm going to have to get myself a regen beacon because of the thorns thing. But that is bonkers. That is really, really cool. And if I want to switch it over into killing mode, then I just hit this button right here. And that is something that I hadn't thought of. But still, it does work. Okay, now it's time to actually do this room, because this place is horrendously ugly. Now, I actually have no clue what I'm going to be doing with this room right here, but I imagine it's probably mostly going to be storage. I mean, these things produce tons upon tons of items. They produce the crystals, the shards, and also all of the fish. And a fun fact about this is you actually need multiple hoppers per item, because this farm produces items faster than hoppers can handle. Or at least when it's running at optimum speed, which is pretty insane. And that means that we're going to need a fairly advanced storage system. And actually, we're going to need multiple item elevators to take these items up into their water streams, because otherwise, they won't all feed into that one single dropper. That just won't be enough. Huh. Plenty to think about then. Right, I think finally we actually have ourselves a plan with this thing as to how the room is going to be working and how the room is going to be looking. So, on either side of this thing, we are going to have the item elevators. So these are this thing right here. You can see the items are flowing up through the floor right there. And they are going to transport our items up into water streams, which is just going to transport them across like this. And we're going to have two separate storage systems, one for each side of our little guardian killing zone. So this is going to be this side, and it's going to drop into a bunch of chests down there, and then we're going to have the one for the other side. Finally, I think we've got a plan. 4 hours in today's Hermitcraft episode. We have finally got a plan. This is why you plan things before you start recording. It's generally a good idea. Now, sadly, my awesome pickaxe has now broken, and I am unable to get myself a replacement. I've repaired it far too many times, so we've managed to get... that's not really... I kind of wanted something a little bit better than that. Right, let's do a level 1 and hope for efficiency 4 again. Excellent. Yes! Yes, that is exactly what I need. Okay, let's grab ourselves an anvil. We can put these two together. And... efficiency 5... Good. Okay, exactly the same pickaxe as we had before. Fantastic. I've made an extra bit of progress on the build here. So this is what it's starting to look like. And I have to say, this is my first time dropping down. It looks pretty cool. So we've got an item elevator on this side, an item elevator on this side. Items are also going to travel across like this, and then they're going to travel round the room, dropping into all of the various different chests. Originally, I was going to have a split system, but I think this could work better. However, I don't actually have any compressed ice. And I totally don't have a Silk Touch pickaxe right now. So I don't actually know if we're going to be able to do that. Nearly there, level 29 and level 30. I thought it would be a good idea to get myself a Silk Touch pickaxe. We have Silk Touch in the enchanting table. Hopefully it's good. Yes! Okay, we've actually got ourselves a really, really good one there. I'm almost tempted to make it efficiency 5. Yeah, let's do that. So now we have to go off on a bit of an adventure, because as far as I can tell, I have got some form of ice biome right next to my base. So I can see some snow over there. That's looking hopeful. But I don't know if it's an ice spikes biome. If it is an ice spikes biome, then we are the luckiest people alive. But it doesn't look like it, does it? No, I'm not seeing any compressed ice so far. After a bunch of exploring and just running around in this area right here, I was kind of giving up hope. We've actually got one. We've got ourselves some ice spikes. I've run like, I don't know, I've probably run about 2,000 blocks. I genuinely don't know how long or how far I've been exploring for, but I've just been listening to podcasts, just wandering about. But here we go. Look how much we have. Right, I'm going to go to town on this. Now that I've got myself a full inventory of packed ice, I have no clue how to get home. That is the problem with just adventuring and wandering around in a snowy area. I feel like an Arctic adventurer. Oh, okay. Well, I have no idea how I just did that. I literally ran in a straight line, and I've ended up exactly in line with my boat. What are the chances of that? One thing that I have just thought is this project is going to require a whole ton of iron. And I don't think we actually have enough iron. So, I'm going to replace the ladder in the iron farm. That's been well requested for like the past couple months. And then I'm going to try my best to go AFK for maybe the next 5 or 6 hours while I'm recording my redstone video, and just cross my fingers that we get a decent quantity so that we can create the hoppers for the storage system, because otherwise we really are in trouble. And I am back, and I can hear a ton of baby zombies. Oh my word. Okay. Thankfully, they've all fallen through the lava, so they're all very easy to kill. They're not too much of a threat. Wow, there was tons of them there. Now, I was here for around about 8 or so hours. I actually went and filmed a video for the filming channel, so I actually went out filming. Probably was out for, yeah, about 8 hours. I mean, that is enough to make 1 full stack of hoppers, so I can't complain. Don't know if that's going to solve our situation, though. We need a ton of wood. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 62. Okay, so we need just a handful more. And that will give us enough to have... So we've got 1 stack of hoppers. We've already got 1 stack of chests. And this will be another stack of chests, another stack of chests. And this will be another stack of chests. So that's 3 stacks of chests in total. Now, I really don't know how many we're going to need right here. Probably more than that, because obviously hoppers use chests as well. But this should make a fairly decent start. So the water cycling system has been placed in. That makes its way around like this, and that puts all of the items down into these hoppers right here. And we also have hoppers down underneath them. And I've spent a bunch of time gathering up resources like quartz, repeaters, and everything like that, so that I can start work on the sorting system as well, that is going to be feeding into all of these hoppers right here. So although this doesn't look like much, we've actually done quite a bit since the previous update right here. So next time you see me, hopefully we should have a fully functional sorting system, and then we can start work on the bulk storage, which is going to be in this area right here. Lots and lots of chests, lots and lots of items, lots of guardians still dying. I mean, seriously, these guys are just pouring in. Oh, no! No! Oh, I came in, instant explosion. There's another one there. Where are they? Oh, I suppose everything's really dark. Oh. That is a massive explosion, that. Jeez. The creeper hole has been filled up, and this place is starting to come together now. We have got all of the chests, we've got the hoppers out the chest, we're going to do all of the trap chests in between, then we'll have the hoppers out the back of those, and that actually will be the full storage system done, which I am very, very happy about, because, I mean, this thing has been an odd project, a really, really strange project for me, and I'm just trying to get straight in my head how I actually want to decorate it. Oh, I really don't know with that one. I kind of want to have slabs on the floor, maybe like a white ceiling. With the sand and the gravel. I mean, we've got plenty of gravel. So we could have concrete, white concrete as our roof. That could actually look quite good. And we are done with the chests. Now we just have all of the hoppers to do out the back, which we have got 32 hoppers, which hopefully should be enough. So there is 6 per row. And there we go. And wow, we actually need a few more than I was expecting, but we've managed to craft the perfect amount. So there we go. That is all of the item transportation. That is all of the item storage. We've actually smashed it here. Awesome. Okay, look at this thing. This is actually looking really, really good so far. Now, I've brought along some gravel. I've also brought along some bone meal as well. And I'm going to have to grab some sand out of the chest out of the top. But that's how we're going to be doing the concrete for the ceiling on the roof. Yeah, I think that could end up looking really, really cool. How does that look? I really like it. I'm a big fan. Originally, it was just white. That didn't look very good. I crafted up some sea lanterns and I chucked those in. And I also placed in the slabs above the water streams. And yeah, it looks... I mean, to me, that looks really, really cool. I love the fact that we now have, like, easy to get white blocks. This is a really cool colour palette. I think this is the sort of colour palette that I'm going to be using for a large quantity of my base. So expect to see more of this in the future. But there's still a whole bunch of things that we need to do. I actually need to craft up a whole bunch more hoppers because I've just realised that even though this item elevator is working, this one hasn't been. For some reason, I never wired it up. So yeah, I'm just going to have to quickly do that. Speaking of designing and things, that back wall has been looking horrendous for the entire episode, so I thought I'd quickly go to town and build something here. And I would say I have done a pretty good job. Now that looks pretty good, and I'm thinking that this is perfect for some form of piston door. Like we could do like a flush piston door, and that could take you through into the nether portal maybe, because I think it would probably be a good idea to have a nether portal down here. This room looks great! This looks seriously good. Sorry, it's just kind of dawned on me that this looks awesome! I know you guys don't like it when I talk positively about my own builds, okay? I know that you don't like it when I get excited about things that I've constructed, but I'm chuffed to bits. I am chuffed to bits with how this has come together. Once again, I've got a beaming smile on my face. I need like a smile cam. Not a face cam, just a smile cam. I'll put it up on the screen when I've got a smile on my face, just so you can see what I'm talking about. We are fully out of iron. Though I don't have... This is my last bit of iron. We can't make it. We can't make it to the back enchanting tables. We're almost there. This thing's chucking out items onto the floor because I haven't set up the item elevator correctly yet. Oh, I don't know what to do. I might have to have a poke around my base. Yes! Random 3 blocks of iron come out of nowhere and hopefully save my skin. This is why I love the fact that I'm really disorganized in Minecraft. It makes my life so easy. You know, sometimes you just find that lucky thing that I don't actually think... Is that going to be enough? I think we might be one short. 1, 2. Absolutely perfect. All of my iron is gone. We have absolutely none left. So we are going to have to do some work on that one. But we now have ourselves... Yep. Fully functioning system. I'm quickly going to replace this block right here because otherwise people are going to complain down in the comment section. Then these 2 need to go back in. And that is all of the decoration done. That is all of that system done. We have items being transported. We do have some getting stuck. Which is odd. But that might have just been from earlier when I was throwing out items. I don't really know. Unless they're coming out of the item elevator and getting broken in that way. So we've got all of the fish, we've got all of the shards, we've got all of the crystals and everything like that. These final few chests right here are just going to be for the miscellaneous items. So this is also going to act as overflow, I guess, but we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, that should be it. The storage system should now all be done. If we take this out, there is still a torch right there. These things are still functioning as item filters. We've got a handful of fish coming through into the system. That's good. And we should begin to see, if we start throwing out some of the items that we had in here originally, which amazingly, that's insane how fast that thing's filled up. If we start throwing out these items, which are all the ones that aren't the crystals, this one is now the crystal chest. And that one is the crystal chest. That one is also a crystal chest. That one should be, and then this one here should be shards. Okay, so you can see the shards are coming in. That's good. Now this one over here is the first fish chest, so we should start seeing fish in there. And then these are the miscellaneous ones. Okay, we have got ourselves a fully functioning sorting system. We've got ourselves a really nice looking room, and we have got the killing system and XP grinder system for our Guardian farm. I feel like we have done a lot in today's Hermitcraft episode. It's been a really strange one. Each one of these products and projects, not products. Each one of these projects has been really oddly time consuming, but it's been an absolute blast. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you did, please sure to that like button, and if you really loved it, and make sure to subscribe. But thanks for watching, guys. This has been Mumbo, and I'm out. I'll see you later. Oh, and by the way, check out the filming channel. There's a video coming out there, hopefully tomorrow. And I'm sorry that this Hermitcraft episode was late. The schedule got too insane. It just got too insane. I actually couldn't keep up with it. I'm really, really sorry.